Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Alright, so today we are going to be learning about scales. So if you are a beginner, this is the place for you. You are in the right place. Alright guys. Before we begin, I want to give a huge shout out to all of my friends and family that have been supporting me. To the Minot family, I love you all guys. Thank you very much for supporting me, for staying tuned in my channel, for helping me to grow, for motivating me, for influencing me. You guys are wonderful. Also, I want to give a huge shout out as well to my brother and my friend Omal. Big up yourself, bro. To my cousins Jave, Omar, Kerry Loy, all of you guys, enough love. Thank you very much for supporting me. And for my church family, my church members, also my pastor, Pastor Coke, thank you very much, sir, for supporting me and for motivating me. And most of all, I want to give thanks to the Most High God, the main reason I am here today. So thank you very much, everybody. Alright guys, so today we'll be learning about the major scale. Now, what is the major scale, right? When you look on the keyboard, we see a bunch of notes going across the keyboard, right guys? This might sound a bit strange to you, but the funny thing is that there are only 12 notes that are being repeated across the keyboard, right guys? So when you look on the keyboard, you see a bunch of notes, but it's just 12 different sounding notes being repeated across the keyboard. Now, why are these 12 notes repeated across from the keyboard? Now, what this instrument does, it allows us to explore, right guys? The more keys that are on the keyboard, the more we can get to spread our arms and to really explore. There's this thing that is called pitch, guys. I don't want to stray too much from learning about scales, but bear with me guys, because these are very important notes, right guys? So what is pitch? Pitch is the highness or the lowness of a sound in frequency or in rate, not volume. And so an example of pitch is that is a high pitch, and an example of a low pitch is Alright guys, we'll give a better example of that later. Alright, so that is a small idea of what pitch is, right guys? These 12 different sounding notes that are being repeated across the keyboard, they are repeated whether in higher pitches of themselves or lower pitches of themselves. And so, let's get back to what scales are. When we see notes on the keyboard, we're confused because we don't know what to do, where to start, how to approach the instrument, or we don't have any idea of anything. Now, what scales are? Scales are guidelines. Scales guide us. Now, a scale consists of 7 or more notes, right guys, that are played consecutively one after the other, whether it's ascending or descending. Now let me take a moment also to explain what ascending is very quickly. So heading to the right direction up of your keyboard, it means that you're ascending. Now heading in the left direction down of your keyboard, it means that you're descending. Why does it mean that you're ascending when heading in the right direction? As I was saying before, there's this thing that we call pitch. Now these notes are just repeats of themselves in higher or lower pitches. Now, when heading into the right direction of your keyboard, these notes are gradually increasing in pitch. Now, they're the same notes and repeats of themselves. Heading into the left direction of the keyboard, these notes are gradually decreasing in pitch, but they are still a repeat of themselves. Let's focus on the C note, right? There's a scale for this note that is well known across the world, and this is the first scale that is recommended to be learnt when playing the piano, and that is the C major scale, right guys? Now, the C major scale has 7 different sounding notes within that scale, and these notes are relatives of C. Now, this scale is actually telling you which notes can be played that are in relations with C. Now, as I said before, there are 12 different sounding notes on the keyboard. Every other note that comes after these 12 notes are just repeated notes of the 12. Cool? Now, I want you to view each note of the 12 different sounding notes. Right, guys? I want you to view each of them as a member of a family, of a specific and a particular family. Right, guys? Now, all of these notes all by themselves are valuable in the sense where they have their own value, their own sound. But together, when they're a family, right, you can be creative with them. Now, anybody can play a single note on a keyboard. If you put a baby around the piano, that baby will ping pong and press any one of the notes on the keyboard. Fantastic. Now, in order for that baby to explore and to play melodically and to get creative with the keyboard, that baby would have to know the family members of that note specifically, right? A note without its family members is like a phone without a battery. No, you're fortunate if you have a phone, right? But you're still unfortunate because you don't have a battery. You are more fortunate with a phone and a battery. So it's the same. A note is more fortunate with its family members. Also, guys, if you are new to music overall, there's something that you need to know. Every single song, every beat, every type of music, they are created and sung or played in just one note. Now, many of them are played in multiple notes, but we leave that conversation for the future. Now, in order to compose a song, right, or to write a song, we'd have to have a reference point, a foundation to build from. So we have to have a plan. Now, when you pick a note, any note on the keyboard, and you pick that note as your reference point, your foundation note, this means that that note is going to be the key of that song that you are creating, or the key of that music that you are composing. Because within that note are the tools that are available for you to begin to get creative, right? And so that's the beautiful thing about music. Within every note, that note by itself has a whole world for itself, right? And within that world are skills, chords, styles, runs, riffs, many things that you guys are going to learn about in this channel. But the main focus is that when you are playing a scale of a note, it means that you are now inside of that note. It means that you have now activated that note to get creative, right? Because the minute you know a scale of any note on the keyboard is the minute you can begin to start to create anything for yourself. Right, guys? So I know that I said this class was about learning skills. I'm very sorry, guys, that I had to detour, but these informations, guys, are very, very important, especially if you're a beginner, if you have no idea about what the keyboard is, about what skills are. This information will be very useful for you, and trust me, you'll thank me in the future. But since I detoured and I went down into the lane of knowledge, we're just going to learn how to play scales in our next video. Guys, I respect you all as my friends. I respect you all. And if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have a YouTube channel right now. Trust me, guys, I don't need 1 million subscribers to have a family, right? I don't need 1,000 subscribers to have a family. Once I have you that is watching me right now, I have a family, and I am more than grateful. And I'll come here and I'll post videos just for you, free of cost. Just stay tuned, leave a like, subscribe, and guys, comment. Alright? Love you and see you in the next video.